Second round, NBA playoffs. Yeah. NBA playoffs. All right, coming to you live from Altamont Springs, Florida. This is Young Casper representing RFM Radio to the fullest, the Young Casper Show. So, today, we are going to talk about the second round of the NBA playoffs has already been underway, and we definitely have a lot to talk about today. And first and foremost, I just want to thank the listener for tuning into this episode. I'm definitely going to take just a brief minute to go ahead and upload this on my Facebook page, which is Casper Pastor, and we definitely have shows running on running on Thursdays, but I went ahead and wanted to record a live show today because I will be working tomorrow, and I will do my faith show at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time on my break, and then I go back at 5. So I just want to go ahead and do this real quick. So I hope everyone's been having a great day. It is Wednesday. It's been a little rainy here. 70 degrees, Altamont Springs, Florida. The Sunshine State isn't so sunny today. And the playoffs. For anyone that is tuning in, if you love the playoffs just as much as I do, there is definitely some good matchups. And, with the semifinals coming up, with the Eastern Conference and Western Conference, we're going to cover the teams that are going to play for their conference title. So, with that being said, let me just go ahead and do this real quick. I like to hashtag it NBA playoffs and RFN Radio. Of course, you've got to rep your network to the fullest. And basically I do that, and then I hashtag live right now, just so anybody that's wants to hear a little update on sports, or just to hear me talk and see what I have to say. And that's the best thing about live radio. You can do that. And so alright, we got that posted away. So right away, we're just gonna hop in to last night's game, which was game 1. Okay, game 1 versus Miami Heat versus the Toronto Raptors. Number 3 in the East as Miami, and number 2, right underneath Cleveland, Toronto Raptors. So this game was a really good game. I really, really enjoyed. I didn't catch all of it, but being from Florida, I definitely am rooting for Miami in this series. I mean, no disrespect to Toronto. They're a good team, but I believe Miami is stacked up just a little bit more and a little bit more punch in them to be able to go up against Cleveland, which I've stated in my last episode, which I believe it's going to be Miami and Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals, which what better matchup against D Wade and, LeBron James's former team and one of his best friends, going up against each other. I just think that would be ideal. But staying on point with the game, Miami stole the game. They gave Toronto numerous opportunities to win the game by just inbound errors, just, traveling calls at the end. And, credit where credit is due. Toronto played pretty well. But, Miami down the stretch just almost gave the game away. And, with Kyle Lowry making that game-tying half-court shot to force overtime, there was even people in the crowds that were leaving, and then they came back realizing that their team is now still able to win the game, in overtime. But as Miami normally does, they rallied and they basically went on a 6-0. Actually, I think was it 6? Yeah, I think it was 8-0 run in the beginning of the overtime. So basically they just stuck to their guns. Miami is a good team. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't make it to the finals, but I don't have them going to the finals. But you know what? With sports, you just never know. You never know. I mean, it's predictable at times, but when you have an all-star on your team, as Miami does with D. Wade and Joe Johnson, and Gordon's playing great. He had 26 points last night, 2 more points than D. Wade. He ended up with 24 points and 6 rebounds. Dragic, everyone was doubting him, saying, "Oh, you don't know how to play. You're just not a good enough point guard." Well, he's been proving to all his spectacle people that he is a good point guard. And I think he probably saw that on Twitter or something, took that criticism to heart, and now he's playing lights out. So, I mean, much respect for that. And Miami now leads the series 1-0, still with the next game in Toronto tomorrow night. And I'm looking forward to it. I didn't think I'd be that excited about this series as much, but I am. Being a Miami Dolphins fan, I'm rooting for Miami. I am definitely going to root for the Florida team. But when it comes down to it, which we're going to get into the next team that I believe that is going to win it this year, if they get their act together. But D. Wade, man, you are an amazing Hall of Famer shooting guard. Not only that, you're a pretty cool dude. Pretty cool dude, man. You could just see the humbleness. You could see the determination. You can see the passion that he loves the game. And, being a 3-time champion, I respect your game, man. And I respect you as a man. You're definitely a prime role model for these kids out here. And, good luck going into game 2, which will definitely be a lot more physical. Not saying that the game wasn't physical, because it was down the stretch dramatically, but I believe that Toronto is going to try to grab game 2, and I believe they will. But I believe this series will go to at least game 6. I see Miami taking it in 6, and probably at their home crowd. But, we'll see. We'll see if the Raptors can bounce back. And jumping into the next one, Hawks versus Cavs. Hawks could have won their previous game against the Cavs, but Cleveland just pulled it out. They rallied just like Miami did, and they just kind of, I'll give credit due where credit's due. I mean, Hawks definitely kept it close. They definitely kept it close. But you're going up against LeBron James. And not only LeBron James, Irving, you're going against Kevin Love. And let's not forget, J.R. Smith has been shooting lights out in this playoffs. His 3 is it's just automatic. And they're going to need that, continuing to move forward in these tough rounds. And I honestly see the Cavs taking this in 5. I believe the Hawks will definitely at least get one game, but I don't see enough passion. I don't see enough willpower to see them overcome the Cavs. With Cavs haven't even lost a game in the playoffs yet. So I'm definitely leaning towards the Cavs more than I have. And I've already picked them to win the finals, but that's just kind of like a fan basis, a biased opinion, a biased kind of hope, because I don't want to see Golden State win it again. I do respect Golden State. I respect any team that has done what that team can do, now holding the best regular season record, overpassing the Bulls. But my goodness, Cleveland, I am a little worried because there are some times where I don't feel that they're not as consistent. But guess what? They find ways to win. They find ways to win the game. And it's like it's just can they stay consistent? Can they stay consistent? Second round, NBA playoffs. Yeah. NBA. Playoffs? Playoffs? I love this time of year. It's just like kind of after this though, then we're going to have to, I'm taking just a little slight break because we're going to get into the Western Conference, but this is just a little talk break. This time is good if you're a basketball fan, but when this is over, it's kind of like, we got to wait till football season. And football season takes a while. The first game's not even until September 11th. So it's like, But, being a fan of the NBA, being a fan of the NFL, those really, my opinion, are just my favorite sports to watch, and it's going to be tough when this is all said and done, but we still got a lot more to go. We still got a lot more to go, and I'm excited to see how this pans out. So, jumping into the Western Conference. Yes, the Western Conference is getting pretty exciting, and I'm not going to jump into the series that is exciting for me the most, but we're going to go ahead with the first one. Portland versus Golden State. Number 1 versus number 5. Both games Golden State wins in championship fashion without Steph Curry. So for any of you doubters that say, Steph Curry makes the team, all you spectacle reporters or whatever, look what's been happening. They have been winning without him. And that is scary. That is scary because when he is healthy and when he will be ready to play, it's tough it's going to be tough to beat them. And you know what? And if they have to go, that's what I'm kind of nervous about when it comes down to the NBA Finals. When I know Cleveland, will probably get there. It won't be extremely easy going against Miami, but I do see them overpassing. But Golden State, I just don't see how the Cavs can really keep up with Golden State, But you know what? When you have one of the best players, and I do say one of the best players, he used to be number 1 until Steph Curry got on this high horse that he's been on. But it's just amazing to think that LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers might go up against Golden State again. Now, will Stephen Curry be 100% healthy this time, though? So that might change things. But either way, Golden State is still consistent and still a great team with or without him. So, Cavs, you got some work to do. You might be doing good now, but don't get too high on yourself, because when it comes finals time, you got to bring your A++ game. I believe you guys are at your B- game right now. And,